Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. So today we're going to be solving the advanced level endgame puzzle for the 14th of April 2021. So this is an interesting puzzle that was just posted up, refreshed daily on the Othello Japan website. So let's take a look. Over here, it's black to play. I think in the previous episode I mentioned Shiro by accident, but actually this is Kuro. So it's Kuroban des. You have to try to win from this point onwards. 420 people have challenged this puzzle. 305 have succeeded. 71 of which succeeded on their first try. So this is probably a mid to higher level puzzle. So let's take a look at this puzzle quickly. So if you're black to play, there's an even region to the bottom right. There's an even region to the bottom left. There's an odd region on the top left, and there's an odd region, one square on the top right. So typically, in view of parity, we usually don't start with an even region. So these two you can more or less cross out just intuitively, because you wouldn't want to just play one move and allow white to play the other and consolidate the parity over there, unless you have a strong purpose. If not, there isn't any point in doing so. So over here, one would say that you probably wouldn't want to start on the top left because the top left you can't access the corner at the moment. So if you were to start with the top left, that would mean playing the x square or the c square, both which surrenders the a1 corner almost immediately to your opponent. So that is something that we want to avoid. Most likely the natural sequence is to start off with g1, establish that wedge, go for the corner a1, and then kind of just go in a anti-clockwise manner to try to secure more discs as possible. So over here, there is one key point to note. So definitely by rule of elimination, we start off with G1. So over here, after playing G1, it's a pass of move because there isn't any legal move for white to follow up. So right now, this is the key point over here. Do we go with A1 or any other considerations? So the key point about trying to overcome parity for black and more often than not to win an end game as tight as this one is to try to overcome parity. So if you want to do that, you have to find a swindle. So based on this shape that you've just established, this is kind of like a quick hint of the shape that this is a diagonal that cannot be changed anymore, most likely resultant of all the movements on the other moves on the other square. So this is quite a big hint that this could be a potential swindle. However, ultimately we're hoping to kind of get A1 and then just creep from top left to bottom left. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we have some opportunity to swindle. So what's blocking us from having a swindle by playing A6 and controlling this line and this line, this diagonal line across from G1 all the way through B6 and A1 all the way through A6 is this disc over here at C8. So let's say if we were to play G8 right now and we allow white to capture the corner, it might be counterintuitive, but ultimately, regardless of how you play out the left side, you would then be, kind of forced to play into this bottom right region because this is kind of like a hyper even number theory where you're forced to play one and your opponent will take the other. So why not try to allow white to actually remove the C8 disk over here that is giving you a problem to try to establish a swindle. So if we were to play G8 right now, white only has one choice but to play H8, and then we just follow up with A1. There's a pass and turn again, but notice that we still have control of this lead diagonal over here, and then we go ahead with A2 with only one response for white, and finally we get A6 and we control this line through A1 to A6 and G1 to B6. So you notice that this results in a swindle, and finally we play the last move to A7 and we win the game 34 to 30. So yeah, that's basically the advanced level of the endgame puzzle for today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!